might be a stretch.
There you go.
You want to watch it in the car or you want to watch it here? Where'd you go?
What is going on with my iPad now? It's like scrolling but not working. I'm gonna shut it down. It's always something.
I just want to say, so Chris, we are recording now. And
Hi.
and I just want to say to anybody that's listening right now, until about 18 minutes in or something, we're just setting up. So if you want to get straight to the podcast, skip ahead to about 18 minutes.
That's right. And I apologize for my coughing in advance. My iPad's giving me a little trouble here on top of it.
Okay.
So, I don't understand. It's not shutting down. It's not turning on. I don't know what it's doing. It just keeps scrolling and not turning on.
Well, that's not good.
It doesn't go on. It doesn't go on. I don't. It's mostly for the Facebook, but I can prop the phone up if I have to.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing out there? Got big stuff going on. We can trust our instincts today.
I don't know about my instincts. I'm just going full force
Big weekend.
ahead.
Big weekend.
Well, this is hot. This one's heavy.
Open that window.
No, not hot in here. The cough drop. You want one? It's actually.
I want my iPad to work. Is what I want right now.
We should go.
I can't. I just can't right now. Like I have no tolerance for this at all. And the world can see me have a hissy fit right now because I'm going to.
Chris is going to have a meltdown.
I don't understand why nothing wants to work. It's not that hard. Turn on and work.
I heard that like there's a full moon or something. Don't electronics go haywire or something?
Yeah, this electronic right here. That's what it is haywire. You have no idea how the moon affects me.
So who's in your audience, your live studio audience tonight?
We got Patricia and Luann hanging out. They stopped by to bring me some soup.
Oh, because you don't feel good?
And because I'm not feeling good. I don't feeling no good, but that's okay. Listen, sometimes, it's what it is.
That's true.
I get sick sometimes. People get sick. I'm going to turn
They do.
this.
I just got done being sick.
I remember you were sick. You were sick when we first started this thing.
I was.
So, let's see if I can get this to work now.
Long time.
It's turned on. That's a good start. Okay, looks like we're on. Okay, that's a good start. Here's the Facebook. Let me see what happens. And I think I got it. I think we're working. Okay, this is good. We got Facebook's on. Sandra Suarez. Good morning. Good afternoon, Sandra. Hi. Thanks for tuning in.
Hi, Sandra. Is she on Facebook?
Sandra's going to learn a few things today. We're going to talk about lots of good stuff. We're going to be dynamic today.
Yeah.
We learned a lot of things. Christine and I talked a lot today.
Yeah. And yesterday, right?
And yesterday, yeah. A lot of texting, a lot of talking. I think to Christine's eyes were going to be an overload. Yeah, that's what we were doing.
It's okay. That's what I'm here for.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I don't know who's watching. If anybody's on the YouTube, we'll see.
We don't know if anybody's watching on YouTube until they talk in the chat, and nobody's talking yet. So
that's right. I want to see something.
But we're just now at 6:45. That's usually when we start. We started a few minutes early. Four and a half minutes early.
Yeah. Well, it's 6:46. So we go on at 7. But this is the pre-show. This is the game room, the green room, the game room.
Yeah. This is just chit chat. This is getting ready, making sure everything works, catching up, talking.
It's working. It's working. I'm going to sit back and relax like this. I'm going to take a nice seat because I need to decompress now. I need to, have a little
What are you drinking, Chris?
A little sip of my coffee.
Coffee? I have water. So I
You're
have
making me look bad. I'm either drinking booze or coffee, or coffee with booze, and you're drinking water all the time.
all the time.
Do you drink, Christine?
Alcohol?
No. Heroin.
Yes, I drink wine and I drink vodka, sometimes like a martini, maybe, or a vodka soda.
Vodka tonic? Okay, vodka tonic's good.
Yeah. Otherwise, I drink coffee or water.
Okay. Okay. It's a good thing.
Yep. So
Huh?
I went the other night. So my son opened a new business, right?
That's fantastic. I saw that. Fabulous.
Yeah, it's his second business in his town. He has a pizza restaurant and he has his tattoo shop.
Was he a tattoo artist?
He is a piercer. And he's been a piercer for like, I don't know, 15 years.
Okay.
He's very, very successful at it. I mean, successful enough that he's bought a pizza
Like,
restaurant.
I can go get my nipples pierced by him.
You can if you want.
Big loops.
Yep, if you want, Chris.
Big hanging loops.
Go for it.
Going like this. On one side.
Whatever.
Do
A little chain for the women to pull you around.
Yeah.
But I went in for
Rose.
I went in for Mike and I went in for tattoo consults. He's getting a and hopefully he doesn't mind that I share this. I don't see why he would. He has a tattoo on his back that he wants covered up, and he's having King Kong, probably like about that big, put.
Why does he want to cover it up?
It was a tattoo that was done by his brother, who's not a professional. It's old. It doesn't look good anymore. So he just wants to cover it up, and he's always wanted King Kong, so he'll have, because he's got two tattoos on either bicep of or tricep, I guess it is. There he is.
You should know this.
Huh?
You should know this.
Yeah. Oh, well, no, he's got Jaws on either side. He's got a shark on one side and a Jaws like poster type thing. On the other side it says 1975. And then he's got the one on the back and he's getting it covered. So he's getting that done, I don't know, like around the 22nd or something. And then on the 15th, I'm starting my tattoos. Oh my God. I'm getting sleeves on both arms. Yes,
Come on.
I am. From here down, just a half sleeve on both arms onto my hand. It's gonna be a dragon body, and then the dragon head is gonna be on the top of my hands. Look at Chris's face. Are you frozen? Are you frozen?
Nope. Oh, I'm frozen. All right. After that.
Chris is not a tattoo guy. That's okay. I am so excited. And Mike likes the idea, don't you, Mike? Mike's here.
Well, Mike, listen, God bless you. As far as I'm concerned, I was going to get a tattoo for my 50th right here. I was going to get, I had it all laid out. I was going to get the Beach Buddha logo. I was going to get this on there. I was going to get without this.
Yeah.
Nice and colorful, and then I chickened out.
Chickened out.
I can't get a needle for the blood. I'm going to take a tattoo for 6 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Then I was going to get a couple of things. I was going to get like the wine glass with the hand cooking the pasta, like something fun, but that wasn't going to work.
You should get a wine glass and a sunset, like the wine glass with the sunset behind it.
That would be nice.
Yeah, and the ocean on the bottom, like the pictures that you take.
Yes, that would be great. I got pictures of that.
Yes, and you should get that, and underneath it should say retirement.
I was in. I'm going to tell a little off-color joke. Okay.
Okay.
I was in the men's room the other day. Okay, and there was this guy next to me. He was a black man. He was a nice-looking black man. We said hello to him, and he said hello to me. And And I just happened to look down. There were no dividers between the urinals. It was an old bathroom. And I said, I happen to see you had a tattoo, where? And I said, oh my God. I said, your girlfriend, you have a girlfriend, Wendy? Or a wife, Wendy? I go, I had a girlfriend, Wendy. He goes, no, man. It says, welcome to Jamaica and you're to stay. I was like, okay, next.
That's funny. Tattoos are not everybody's cup of tea. They are.
I like them. I think they're badass.
I love tattoos. I'm trying to convince Mike to get sleeves as well, or at least a little bit down the arm, just a little bit, because I think they're hot.
I got arms for it, Chrissy.
You got
some guns. I got some guns, and I don't work out yet. I got guns.
You can have a tattoo, Chris. I always wanted me a biker mama.
My shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt.
Okay.
I'm dying, just so you know.
No, you're not.
But I'm good.
I don't ride a bike. I mean, maybe a Schwinn.
Well, you want to hear what's funny? I used to ride a bike.
Did you?
I had a beautiful full dresser Harley. All right. Yes, I did. Thank you, Chrissy. And I did it. I went all over the place with it. And I was badass. I had the cutoffs. I had no tattoos.
But no tattoos.
No tattoos. I was going to get one for that. I'll be right back. Hang on.
Oh, okay. He's probably got a picture of his motorcycle. Probably what he went to get. So remember, if you're listening to this and you don't want to, if you're listening to this on replay and you don't want to listen to it, just skip to about probably, I'm not sure, maybe 15 minutes in, and you'll skip over it. So just skip ahead. You don't have to listen to us. We're just hanging out before we start. Hi, Owen. Hi, Mike. Hi, Chrissy. I didn't say hi to everybody. I just started talking to you guys. How you doing, Owen? How are your hands? Owen's having some structural issues that he's having taken care of. Like back problems and hand problems and things that he's getting taken care of. Hopefully that all works good for you. Is there a way to share the link with a friend for the podcast? Yeah, Chrissy, you're on YouTube. So on YouTube, right underneath the picture, it should say share, or it might be 3 little dots that you have to click, and it'll say share. And you should be able to copy the link to the podcast and send it to anybody you like.
Yes, we got people. Billy Frazee. Bill, Chris will never retire. We're talking about retiring? I don't know.
I said you should put that picture on you and then put underneath retirement. I didn't say he was going to retire. I said that's his retirement picture. That's what he wants to do when he retires, if he ever did. That's what I meant.
Exactly what I want to do. Sandra, yes, the wine glass and the cigar. That was me last night. Sandra, you can get us on YouTube. I guess you just went through all that with her, I guess, right? And how to do it?
No, I was telling Chrissy how to get a link to send to a friend so they could watch.
Oh. So just go on. Oh, tell them.
Okay, so Chrissy found the link. So Sandra, if you're on Facebook, you just need to go to youtube.com and search Unfiltered Real Talk with Christine and Chris Anthony. It should pop up and you will go to the channel, subscribe. I don't know if you have to subscribe in order to see the live, but subscribe to it.
You don't.
Don't say that, Chris.
You should. You have to subscribe.
Chris, just go with it. Chris, just go with it. So subscribe because we're not sure. You may have to see it. Wink, wink, Chris. Wink, wink.
Here's looking at you, kid.
So yeah, subscribe and then go to the live, and yeah, you too can join our chat.
Join the chat.
On the YouTube channel.
All right. Want a little more in there? Or?
Not at all, just please. Thank you anyway.
What happened? I lost you.
You lost too.
Oh, I thought you were talking.
No, I stopped talking.
Wow. Is there going to be a
Oh.
snowstorm in October?
What?
Nothing.
You said something
You said-
about that.
You said you stopped talking. I said, wow, is there going to be a snowstorm in October?
So funny.
God.
He's sick, but he's still got jokes.
Tonight's the night.
Tonight's the night. There's a song about that, isn't there?
Tonight's the night. I can't say to. Hiya. Hiya. Oh, the mic. Let's see what we got. I'm trying to get comfortable. I can't get comfortable. You know when you just can't get out of your own way? Today's one of those days, you know?
Yeah.
So, listen, for those of you that are listening anyway, I got to do a little plug. This Saturday, if you're in the New Jersey area, maybe Christine will jump on a plane and hang out there. I will be at a place called Hemingway's in Seaside Heights on the boulevard. I'll be tearing it up for the Columbus Day extravaganza. Everybody's a paisan. Tutta risora d'Italia. I'm going to be doing it. It's going to be great. We're going to have a beautiful time. I'm going to be epic stuff. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be great.
Nice. So everybody in Jersey, New York, wherever, go.
How about you get on a plane with Mike and come on out? I'll give you the information.
Do that. You never know. Although Mike works all the time.
Don't tease me. So, all right. So let me just see something. I got to look this up and make sure I know what we're talking about. All right?
Yeah.
Right on. I'll tell you.
We're going to talk about my dating mistakes.
Dating mistakes.
Which
And going against your rules.
going against my rules.
I went against my rules.
Going against your rules. And
Where'd that get?
your rules, well, we'll talk about that in a minute.
And what?
We'll talk about it in a minute. I was going to get into it. Well, wait, we got a minute and a half.
Okay. All right. Freestyle, Chrissy says. You never know. You never know.
Chrissy, it'll be a little bit of freestyle. It'll be a little bit of disco. It'll be a little bit of 90s. It'll be a little bit of everything. I got specific instructions on some things, you know, from the owners and the managers. And it's okay. I got to do what I got to do. We're going to tear it up. It's going to be epic. No matter what, it's going to be epic. That's it. We got this.
It's going to be epic.
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 Christine's going to come out with Mike on the plane. We're going to come and join me.
Mike and Christine.
I'm going to take them over to the boardwalk. I'm going to get them sausage and pepper sandwiches, Italian hot dogs. We're going to do it.
Oh, Mike would love that.
Why don't you come out? Take off, Mike.
Yeah, Mike. It's Saturday night. We'd have to take some
Come
quick
on,
flight.
what do you got? You got a fan club already. What?
Huh?
We just Saturday night what? You got something to
I
do?
said it's Saturday night. We'd have to take a late flight or something to go. Because he usually works Saturday afternoon.
Hey, Mike, listen. Sometimes you got to take off. You got to say, I got a problem. I got a problem with my eyes. I can't see myself coming to work.
I can't see myself coming to work. And your boss says, well, open your fucking eyes.
I can't. That's why I can't come to work. The water park is still there, Mike. But listen, we got steak. We got steaks unlimited. We got Midways. We're gonna get you a Italian hot dog. Then we're gonna go get a couple of cocktails over at the Ocean Club. You guys just come on down. Just get in the plane and come down. It's gonna cost you what, $100 to come down from Indiana?
I don't know.
$150.
I guess I could fly. I guess I don't have to fly first class all the time.
What's that?
I said, I guess I don't have to fly first class all the time.
Just get on the coach, bring one outfit, come down Friday night. I'll put you in touch with the places to stay, and you come down one quickie, and then it's 7:00, and you'll be out of there Sunday morning.
We get to have a quickie?
You and Mike.
There ain't nothing quick about Mike and I.
Listen, TMI. Speaking of TMI, it's time to start the show.
Oh, it's time.
Okay,
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Unfiltered Real Talk with Christine and Chris Anthony. We are here. Hey, Chris.
Hi, Christine. What's happening?
Hi, nothing. Just sitting here talking and
What we do
missing our
best.
moment.
That's
Huh?
what we do best. Talk.
Yeah.
Well, we got everybody's in the house. We got Sandra, we got Bill, we got Michelle Myers in the house, Ambassador Michelle of all good things. We've got Chrissy's in the house, and Mike and Owen, and so many great people. And I'm sure Kathy hopefully will show up, and the rest of the cast of characters hopefully will show up. And listen, please do us a favor. First off, I'm very under the weather today, so please bear with me. I might sneeze, I might cough, I might clear my throat. God only knows, so let me clear my throat. But this portion of the show is sponsored. Elisa's in the house.
Hey,
Nice
Lisa.
to see you. Sponsored by Beach Buddha Coffee, best roast from coast to coast. Stay caffeinated with a little Rising Tides espresso. Notice I said espresso. There's no X. It's not express. It's espresso. So, cheers.
Cheers. Wish I had some. I still haven't got mine.
You will. You will. It's going to be fresh roasted, they told me. So there's a little production line issue.
Okay.
For real.
I would be drinking some right now.
So it's a good thing. And here we are.
Here we are. And so let's give you guys our contact information real quick. If you want to get a hold of us for any reason, just contact us. We both have emails and they're separate. And Chris is still sad that nobody has emailed him. So if somebody will please take pity on this man and send him an email, I would appreciate it so that I don't get emails from him saying, boo-hoo, nobody
I
has
haven't
emailed
even
me."
gotten a spam email. Nothing. Zero. Nobody wants to talk to me.
I'm not lying to you guys. I am not exaggerating. I got an email this week. And he's like, Tess, nobody likes me. I'm not getting emails.
Well,
Does
you
this
made
thing
it
work?
sound last week. You made it sound like you got this whole slew of emails asking questions.
No, I didn't.
Talking, and I'm like, how is that? And then you encouraged all your slew of emailers to email me, and I open up my email and I got ghost. So either you're lying or people don't like me.
Somebody email Chris, please. I email him, but it doesn't matter. Somebody else needs to do it, please. So it's Real Talk with Chris Anthony at gmail.com. Real Talk with Chris Anthony at gmail.com or Real Talk with Christine at gmail.com. Please don't email me. Please don't email me. Email him. If he can't answer the question, even if you want to talk to me, email it to him and he'll forward it to me.
I'm going to do that anyway. Real Talk, Chris. It's
Yes.
it's
Yes.
Real Talk with. Tell me the email, please.
Again, I already did, Chris. Real Talk with Chris Anthony at gmail.com.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
A cough. I'm sweating. It's
You're welcome. Okay, so we got that out of the way. What are we talking about tonight? Well, guess what, guys? So you know that I've been doing this podcast for 3 years, for over 3 years now. And I took a good long time, and I've told you guys about this. I took a good long time to figure out exactly what I wanted in a relationship, exactly who I am. I learned to love myself. I learned to be happy. I did all the stuff that I tell you guys that I think you should do if you want to find a successful relationship, which is to be happy with yourself so that you don't settle, right? You decide what you want in another person. I mean, we're not looking for perfection, right? We are looking for our perfect person. So our perfect person has to possess certain qualities. So only we know what that is. And if somebody asks us, we should be able to say what it is that our perfect person possesses quality-wise and what life with them would look like. That is a question that I believe we should all ask as soon as we meet somebody. What are you looking for? Especially if it's on dating apps. That's the simplest first question you should ever ask a person, especially if on a dating app. So anyway, I do all that, right? So Mike, for those that aren't on the chat room, Mike just says he doesn't email players. Oh, Chris is not a player.
All right, so listen, speaking of players, playing the game of dating is a very chess-like game. Okay? You have to know the rules, you have to have your strategy, okay? And you have to know when to hold them. Like it's like chess and like cards. You have to know when to hold them and know when to fold. Okay? And you have to know what you stand for. You got to know what you're willing to lose and what you're willing to gain.
True.
Bet wise. I'm saying in the cards.
Right.
So, you got to decide what you're willing in the game of chess or the game of cards, what rules you're willing to bend, when you're willing to take that little extra shot, and go against what you really would do.
Right. Right. And that is what I was very unbending about. I said, this is what I want, this is what it looks like. And I mean, I've been dating for a couple of years, and I can't even tell you how many first dates I've been on, and I didn't go on the second dates for, one of those various reasons. And there were men I didn't even go on a first date with because they were only looking for a one-night stand or a friend with benefits. So I said, no, thank you. Or a multitude of things that I just was not interested in having in my life. So I didn't even go on a first date. I was very good about asking just, those questions pertinent to my person, what I was looking for. And if it didn't match up, I said, no, thank you. And there were some that, they were little things, or I was questioning whether they actually possessed the qualities or whatever. And so I went ahead and went on the date. But then in the process of the first date, I came to realize, no, definitely don't possess the qualities I'm looking for. And so I didn't go on a second date. So I've been really good about this for 2 years. Really, really good. And it doesn't bother me.
Sticking to your guns, holding your own, doing what you want to do.
Exactly. Very happy to just keep going along until I find the right person. So in walks Mike. And this was almost a month ago. Well, I mean, it was over a month ago that we started talking, but our first date was just almost a month ago. And I bent. I did, and I bent. So, but here's the thing. When I initially met him, he didn't hide anything. He told me everything about himself. And there were two things. There were two things that were
you don't have to necessarily say what they are. You can just say there were two things.
I don't know that he minds, but I mean, I won't say what they are just out of, whatever. But there were two things that were kind of non-negotiables for me, and I found myself not caring. I mean, I didn't think it through, like, okay, what does the future look like, or anything. I was very intrigued by this person. So I went ahead and met with him. And the thing is, we didn't even really discuss it. It became a non-issue until it wasn't. Now, I'm not saying I didn't think about them at all, these two things. I definitely did, especially like one stuck out more than the other. And so it was on my mind. But sometimes, as you said, Chris, at the beginning of this, sometimes you'll meet somebody that like checks off your boxes and like they'll check off. Let's say you have 5 non-negotiable boxes that need to be filled to some capacity. They don't need to be like strongly, filled up. Like the person doesn't need to be on it 100%, but they need to be possessing some sort of showing a quality that you're looking for. And Mike filled up all my really important boxes, like emotional maturity and availability. Communication style. I've never met anyone that communicates with me the way that we communicate. What?
What's the difference between rose-colored glasses and reality?
Well, I don't know what that applies here. Go ahead. Explain what you're saying.
Okay. Did you ever meet somebody that makes you crazy in your head? You're like,
infatuation.
Infatuation. You got these rosy colored glasses on. No pun intended. Rosy colored glasses.
Yeah,
And then you got-
infatuation.
and then reality.
And
Which-
I've had that. I've had those infatuation times over the last 2 years where, but again, I didn't end up on a second date because you're right. There's infatuation and then there's reality. Unfortunately for me, when I went on the date, I was able to see the difference between, the reality is I really am not that interested in this guy. He doesn't really possess everything I'm looking for. That's the reality. But the infatuation was on the phone and on paper. I really thought, wow, okay, we got a lot going on. But it wasn't. I got caught up in a little bit of, oh, maybe this is it. And then I met him and I'm like, no, hit in the face with reality. No, this isn't it. And with Mike, that didn't happen. With Mike, we started learning each other. It didn't I don't think, well, I can't speak for him, but it didn't just materialize out of nowhere. We were talking for weeks. And I mean, I'll be honest, and I've talked about this here, I didn't think he was interested. And at one point I even told him, well, I didn't think you were interested. So, and we had a lot of conversations. So my point is, as far as being infatuated, no, that's not what this is.
Here's the bottom line. Here's what I see. Did I cut you off?
That's okay.
I'm good for that. But here's what I see. Okay. Infatuation, boxes, checklists, yeses, nos, do's, don'ts. Gotta have red hair, blonde hair, big boobs, small boobs. You gotta have muscles. You gotta have tattoos. You gotta have this. You gotta check, 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 check. Listen.
Those aren't my boxes. Just to be clear,
out of the box.
Just to be clear, none of my boxes, not one of my boxes, not one has to do with appearance. Not one.
I was just using that as an example.
I know, but I'm saying you're going to say sometimes you got to not worry about those freaking boxes and you got to go with it. And I'm saying no, because my boxes are very, very important boxes. They have to do with your life. They are, they are to make sure that you get with somebody who's not going to freaking do what some people do to us, turn into crazy nut jobs.
The problem is what we think we want, what we think we like, what we think is good for us.
This is why I tell people.
We talked about this.
This is why I tell people you need to not date for a good year while you go deep into your own self. And
listen, if that's the case, I'd be 59 years old and still not dating. Okay. By the way, hi, Carol Ann. Hi,
Chris. It is what it is. I did it, and I am 63, and I know who I am. I got real with myself. I looked in the mirror, and I said, "Why do you keep getting in relationships that you think are good, and they end up being crap, and they never fulfill you? Even the 23-year relationship you had, I had to stop dating because even after I got divorced, my very first relationship was." I did it again. I was with somebody who, again, was just not the right fit. And it's not just a little thing. They end up, drama and drama.
Don't have the same trends. If you don't change the trends, if you don't look at the news.
This is my point. When that happened to me yet again, I said, okay, stop dating.
Yeah.
Look at yourself. Now, I stayed on the dating apps. I just didn't put a lot of thought into it. I was spending time on me, and I did. And I got real, not about, honestly, looks never came into my thoughts. It was way deeper than that. I had to figure out, looks have nothing to do with the problems the pattern I was repeating with relationships. It has nothing to do with looks. It had to do with emotional maturity and availability. It had to do with our communication styles. It had to do with sexual preferences and compatibility. Those were the big ones. And that's when I came to terms with exactly what was most important for me and what my style is.
If you don't look out of the box, if you don't think out of the box, if you don't look at somebody that you may not have ever looked at, that you don't think would check your boxes, all your boxes might be checked and you might not even realize it.
Okay, well, and again, I don't seek people based on looks, or I should say this: my preferences for looks. I try, as you said, I try to keep that box way, very wide. My opinion, when I was dating, was all I need is to look at the picture and not be repulsed. And then I was going to give them a chance because of what you just said. Because if you're going to date somebody strictly based on the way they look, you could miss the love of your life. So, and I talk about that all the time about, you may have somebody that doesn't fit your criteria as far as, drop dead gorgeous, what that means to you. But if you meet them and you don't think you're a drop dead gorgeous kind of person, and you end up spending a few days talking to them, you might turn around because they fill all those other boxes that are important to you. And now you're looking at them and you're like, wow, they're so much more attractive to me today than they were when I first met them. And that has to do with personality.
First thing is first. Looks, personality, all this stuff.
Stop it. I hit the lottery with Mike. I got looks and all the other stuff. Go ahead.
Okay. So, gut feeling, instinct, eye contact, initial eye contact. You could know this person for a minute. You can walk up to you and you can have this immediate epiphany, whoa. And then you can meet somebody else, you could date them and be like, okay, this is nice, but it's not nice. It's not like, let's go, So the person that you're saying, let's go, might not check all your boxes. But the boxes that aren't checked, they might have other boxes that you didn't even know were going to get checked, that are going to offset the unchecked. Check me out. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, to each his own. To each his own. My 3 top boxes, so to speak, are 100% non-negotiable. And I would never bend on
What are your boxes?
I told you.
Tell me about your boxes.
Emotional maturity and availability, communication style, sexual compatibility. And that's and communication style and sexual compatibility are nuanced. There's layers to those. And Mike, the man that I ended up staying with, we've actually, we're boyfriend and girlfriend now. We've gone beyond dates. I did break 2 rules. They weren't one of those boxes. They were not one of those boxes. They were one of the lesser rules. They were one of the lesser things. They weren't those. I will never break those 3. And and here's the thing. I think the reason that I overlooked the other 2 lesser things was because those boxes, those non-negotiables, he fills them to overflowing, and not just a couple of them, all 3 of them, which is pretty amazing because I think, and I'll let him speak for himself, but I do believe I do the same thing for him. And that's almost that's very hard to find. Very, very hard to find. So I'm willing, and that was the whole thing, the whole point I wanted to make is you should be able to bend on some things. Some things you should be able to. I told Chris what happened. I told him he knows the things, and he said you need to relax and you need to just kind of roll with it because everything else.
Gotcha, boy. Oh, good.
Everything else is so important, and he's right. Those other things that Mike meets are my non-negotiables, and I need to consider that. That's a big deal. And I honestly, I can't even imagine finding another person that fills all 3 of them like that. Now, I may be able to find somebody that does a little bit.
Let's forget about Mike for a minute. Let's forget about Rose and everything. You know what I mean.
I know.
Let's ask the audience. First of all, somebody told me a long time ago, if you can see it, it's right for you. If you can see it, you can visualize it, see it. You can see this person. You can see yourself walking down a road with this person. Manifest this person in your brain, and that person's there. It's right. Forget about your boxes.
I don't agree.
I think there's too much pressure. Too much.
I don't agree. We will have to agree to disagree. And that's okay. But I don't agree. I don't agree. I think that there are some things in life you cannot ignore. Otherwise, you will end up in a relationship that is going to be not only unfulfilling, depending on those things that you were willing to. So if you disregard emotional maturity, you end up 2 years later with a lady who's going to sit on her phone across from you at dinner, talking on her cell phone and ignoring you and disrespecting you.
Touche. All right, you win. You're absolutely right. Emotional maturity is absolutely correct.
Number one.
I didn't say it. You said it. I didn't bring it up.
I'm just saying there are some boxes that I believe, in order to make sure that you're not going to do this again and that you pick the right person, that need to be checked.
Now, here's the thing. You know, did you ever hear the term, anybody out there work with computers, it's running in the background? Did you hear that term? There's a program running in the background. There's something in, blah, blah. Okay, now, so there's always something in the background. I may have 5 boxes that I want to check right here, okay? But there's boxes in the background that are getting checked that I don't even realize it, that are making things work. So, sometimes you create something, it's no good.
But you're never going to replace the emotional maturity box.
Okay, but maybe emotional, for me it's important. For you, it's important. Maybe for some people, it's not important.
Correct. Everybody's different. I honestly don't think there's. I think we'd be hard pressed to find anybody out there that's going to say, "Yeah, no, I don't care if my partner, my forever partner that I'm looking for, is emotionally mature. I really don't care.
I don't care if my partner's on the phone with their ex-boyfriend while we're trying to have dinner in a romantic. Right.
I don't care if my partner respects me or not. I don't care if they act like a baby and stay on, the PlayStation all night long. I don't care if they don't sleep or eat all the stuff that's emotionally immature. I don't care about that. I just want him to. He makes me feel great. He looks wonderful. Really? That's not going to work long term. That's not sustainable.
What makes you feel good, though? What makes you feel good? Out of that whole thing, what makes you feel good? Is it sex? Is it the emotions? Is it the arm candy? Is it what makes you feel good about this person? Like we talked about, communication is important. Little things like, hey, I really look forward to hearing from you today. I can't wait to hear your voice. It's nice to see you.
Communication style.
I can't wait for our next date. Or random, hi, I miss you. Or, hey, this is what I got going on today. What's your day like? Let's talk later. Whatever. That's intimacy. That's communication.
That's right.
Intimacy. That to me, that's number one important. I'm going to talk to you all day long. I'm going to text you, talk to you.
That what you just described is important to like Mike and I too. I think we, and again, Mike can correct me, but I think we put that whole thing that you just described into the sex and the emotional and the communication boxes. A little bit goes in each one, because everything that you just hit on can either be romance, it can be communication, it could be emotions. All of those things kind of support a relationship where somebody's going to.
All right, listen. The box. Forget about the box for a minute. Okay. You meet somebody. Okay. You like them. You're attracted to them. Whatever makes it happen. You don't know if your boxes are all going to be checked
right away.
Okay. So
of course not.
You got to date them. Okay, you date them.
No,
now,
you sit down and you talk to them. You met this person and you sit down and you talk to them. See, Chris, everybody needs to know this. Chris is very against having a conversation with somebody the way that I do when I first meet somebody. We have difference of opinions on that.
Wait a minute.
Date somebody, let me finish. Let me finish. He can date somebody 4 or 5 times and have lots of conversations with them. And still, when I say, ask them what they're looking for in a relationship, he goes, his comeback is, don't you think it's too early? Dude, I asked the first day we met. It is the first thing I say. I say, hello, where do you live? Oh, great. What are you looking for in a relationship? Done.
Do I look like I could get into an older woman now? Do I look like I could get into an acting role and find a woman of my dreams?
You look like Richard Gere now.
See?
I'll take that.
There's 2 of us here.
I'll take that. All right, so
He does, right?
I needed to see something. That's why I put these on. I don't like to keep them on too often. I have other ones. These are just like grab these are just cheaters. But
Now Chris is going to start wearing glasses all the time.
now. All right. So anyway, listen. The bottom line is
You wait too long.
life has got to be fun. So now dating. You're dating. At what point do you start checking boxes and decide, okay, I'm gonna be with it? You can't go out on a date and be like, hey, how long do you want to get married?
Chris, why do you always do that? That's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have normal conversations that help you over the course of a week or two of talking to this person to see if they fall into the same mindset as you as far as what a relationship looks like. If they're just looking for a buddy to go hiking with and you're looking for somebody that hopefully is going to turn into long term, you don't want the same thing. And hopefully you're able to have that conversation.
Don't you think you're going to get a little twinge, a little inkling, a little something that's going to make you feel that?
No. You're going to get a little twinge, a little something as to your attraction to them, as to their personality. 100%. I'm telling you right now, you could feel like you could fall in love with someone. You could go on 2 dates and be like, damn, this person, yes, I am so attracted. We spark. It's awesome. And then you find out all they're interested in is a companion.
Okay.
You know, and then you're like, well, gosh darn it, I thought I felt a relationship. You can't feel a relationship. You have to ask.
All right. Well, first off, we got some new people. We got Kenny Sandor from Texas sending us some hot weather. We got Richie Segarra, my cousin over there.
Did you see him lift his hand to me? Did you see that?
Doreen Kukalo. Doreen's new.
Hey, Doreen.
Anthony DeFilippis. They will eventually come to YouTube. So in the house. So the bottom line is this. Is dating supposed to be fun? Is it supposed to be exciting? Or is it supposed to be so serious? Like, if you're looking for something, excuse me.
It depends on what you're looking for, what your end game is. Chris is frozen. Ha, ha, ha.
Okay. What's that?
It depends on what your end game is. Nothing. It depends on what your end game is. If your end game is that, and a lot of men over 50, they've been married, they're out there, and they don't want a serious relationship. They just want, they would like to date one woman.
Right now, I wish I had the audio file.
No pressure. Huh?
I wish I had the audio file. Let's talk about sex.
Yeah.
Let's talk about you and me.
But some men want that. And some men, that's what they want. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if that's what you want, then what you're describing might get rid of the seriousness and just excitement and fun is what dating should be for those people. And hopefully they find each other and they both just want excitement and fun. But if you're someone who's looking for a relationship, then it's excitement, fun, and serious. It's all three. And if you can't wrap your head around that, you're going to keep dating, or you're going to miss the opportunities because you didn't ask, or you're going to end up in this huge, overwhelming mess of lots of people that you're dating and you can't figure it out. You know, you just have to be able to ask the question if that's what you're looking for. Like I said, but even if it's not, what if you date a woman that wants a relationship and you're just a guy who's just looking to have fun? Don't you want to say that to her? You don't want to hurt her. You don't want her to get pissed off at you 2 weeks later when you say, oh, whoa. We're just having fun here. And she's like, oh my God, I thought, I'm looking for a relationship. It's like, no shit. Why didn't we talk about that?
Okay,
why didn't I know that about you?
I'll give you an example. Okay. I gotta put these on. Christine said, Lisa said, okay, I'm making it look official, like we're really, but really.
There you go.
She was in a marriage 25 years. Her marriage ended because of her only non-negotiable. I'm going to play devil's advocate and I'm going to say something, okay? He hit it until he couldn't and it was too late. Now, okay.
That happened to me too, Elisa.
Elisa, that was your only non-negotiable. Was that discussed? Did you know?
No, she said he hit it.
Did you know he hit it?
He hit it.
I don't know how he could have possibly hit it. Fine. if that was your only non-negotiable. Same thing now. You go on a date. How many times, like myself, have been in situations where things were hid? How many things were hid? Hid all the time. People tell you or sell you a bill of goods and they're hidden.
But that's the inherent risk. There's nothing we can do about that. People do lie, people do hide because they think you're it for them, or you're easy, or whatever the case is. They want you, and so they're like, they hear you tell them, just like me. I say, I'm looking for a relationship long term. What are you looking for? Now, a man might have hooked up with me to say, hey, I'm looking for a friend with benefits. But the minute that I say I'm looking for a relationship, now he's not going to tell me he's looking for casual. He's going to tell me, oh, yeah, I'm looking for a relationship too, because he's hoping that we will go out, which we will, because he just lied to me. And then he's hoping he can convince me, persuade me that a casual relationship will be good. This happened many, many times to me, and I never swayed on it. And they always went away. We never had a second date because it always came out in that first date through talking, which is why
Talking,
I believe.
The old saying, talk is cheap. Elisa said he knew what it was before he got involved in the marriage, okay?
Yeah.
People can tell you anything they want, okay?
Yeah.
One thing I'll tell you is if I'm dating, if I'm with you, if I'm with somebody, that I want to be with, I tell it like it is. It may take me a little bit to figure out how to say it or when to say it or what I want to say, but I'm going to tell you like it is. I'm not negotiating who I am. I may negotiate my boxes a little bit for the right person. I may say, well, I accept this quality. This isn't exactly what I want, but I'll deal with this because this supersedes that. Okay, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, there are boxes that you could play with like that for sure.
I like playing with boxes.
Yeah, but everybody should know themselves well enough to know what type of relationship they're looking for. Again, like the emotional maturity and availability is the easiest one to use as an example. That's not one that you can play with. That's one that if you dare to say, I'm going to overlook this box because I really like this about them, then you're going to end up in a relationship that is going to be unrecognizable.
What about back to communication? Communication. Talking about that box. I really like this box. You don't check this box. What can we do about it? Can't change somebody, but you can fix a box, maybe.
I don't understand that.
Okay. Subject A checks off box A, B, and C.
Are we talking about non-negotiable boxes?
I'm just talking about boxes, whatever's checked off.
No, there are important boxes you should never change, like emotional availability or maturity. You're talking about the other stuff, like maybe they're not blonde, maybe they're not brunette, maybe they don't have big eyes, maybe they don't, maybe they're not your exact body type, maybe they don't like to go skiing and you do. You're talking about those types of things, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're not talking about like life-altering things like they want to have babies and you can't.
Well, that's something that's got to be talked about eventually.
Yes, there are some things that need to be talked about.
That's not a box. Okay,
it is in a box.
That's a box you talk about in the beginning if you're 25 years old.
It's
55 years old.
It is one of the things that needs to be talked. And that was just an example. That was an example. The more universal example, again, is the emotional maturity or availability. If you play with emotional maturity and availability, Chris, you're going to end up in another relationship like you were just in. Don't play with that box, damn it. Hold that one as sacred, never to be messed with. I don't care what she offers. If she is emotionally immature or emotionally unavailable to you, you are going to end up in a relationship like you were in. You don't want that. You know that about yourself. You do not want that.
Show me a man that never made a mistake. I'll show you a man that never did anything.
You saying because you made a mistake with that? Or are you saying in a relationship period?
Relationship period.
We're all fallible. We all make mistakes. Every one of us.
Right.
You're right. If you're gonna live life, you're gonna make mistakes. That's what happens.
Right.
Hopefully you're with somebody that knows you, loves you, forgives you, your imperfections.
Right. right? So what do you do?
But, I mean, you find somebody that is your perfect mate, not a perfect person, your perfect mate, someone who will give you that grace and space to make mistakes and still love you through it.
I think, Doreen Kukalo says it is a risk to fall in love.
Yes, it
Actions
is.
do speak louder than words. I'm reading off of this. Ken Sandor agrees. So it's,
It's a little
it
harsh.
comes to the point of when do you just trust your gut and just stop putting all the pressure of the boxes on it and say, okay, I don't want somebody that one box. I don't want an alcoholic. I don't want a gambler. I don't want whatever. The rest of it roll because two people are alike. So, you're going to know if it's going to work. I think boxes are pressure. I think there should be non-negotiables, like you say, but I don't. All these check boxes are. I don't know.
All I'm talking about are the non-negotiables. I'm not talking about anything else. That was the point of our podcast. I was here to say that I had other things in other boxes, but what I realized was he filled my non-negotiables so well. I wasn't going to. Exactly what you're saying is what I'm here to say. I realized.
I'm here to tell you, there's something else.
Huh?
I'm here to tell you, there's something else.
I'm just saying that what you're saying is true, and it's what I didn't. I thought I was that all those, like, let's just say I had 5 boxes. 3 of them were my non-negotiables. The others were like they were important. Well, now I realize that those other ones, as you said, those can be in some cases forgotten if your person that you're with is filling the non-negotiables up. And that's what happened in my case. He was.
So, I'm sorry. So clearly your boxes were filled.
The important ones that were.
Boxes were filled. And
then I let go of all the other stuff.
Yes.
All the other, if you will, boxes that I wanted to put stuff in. I just said, forget all that. As long as these important life-altering things are being met, I believe, we are creating a very good relationship. I'm not going to worry about the other stuff, which is what you're saying.
Good. It is. It is. Yeah. That's why
everybody's different. Yeah,
okay.
Everybody's different, but.
Aroka, you're here. Listen, let's ask. Everyone that's out there, tell us one of your boxes. What's a box? Let's talk about the boxes. My box is silly communication. I like to be in communication with my partner. I like to know my partner is thinking about me. I know I like random text, random messages, random whatever, and then good conversation and planning. That's important to me. Good communication is super important to me. All the other stuff will work. If there's good communication, all the other stuff will work. What's your box?
And that makes sense.
I know your boxes. What's everybody else's box?
No. I'm not going to tell you my boxes. I was going to answer this question that was asked.
Oh.
So, honey, why did you have a non-negotiable of no kids under 18? So that has to do with my age, the fact that I'm retired. I like to travel, but this and this is the thing that we're talking about. This falls into one of those categories of things, and I didn't realize this. Until Mike and I have been going through this. And I talked to Chris. Chris helped me a lot to understand this too. That feeling of wanting my life to look a certain way, that I could still be extremely happy, even happier. I'm going to be way happier having like a soulmate, if you will, rather than going on a vacation whenever I want to roam. We're still going to go on vacations. We just have to structure them differently. And that's okay. But when I made these plans for myself and I said, this is what I'm looking for, I didn't think of it like that. I thought, oh, how much fun it's going to be to find a person who can just at the drop of a hat just go, someone that's retired, someone that's financially able, and we just go. Sure, that would be fun. But what if I met somebody that could do that, but he didn't fill any of my important personality needs, my important relationship needs? I'm not calling them boxes anymore. Damn it, I'm boxed out.
You're breaking up a little bit.
But what if I met somebody who filled all those other needs to create such a wonderfully nurturing relationship, but had a child under 18? Well, guess what? I did. That's what happened. And I don't think it matters. Does that answer your question?
My point is that you can't take your boxes so serious. You have to say, okay, this is what my ideal, you're going to buy a car. This is my ideal car. This is what I want. You get that salute. You get to the dealership. Of course, the salesman, oh, we got this, we got this. All of a sudden, your entire thing changes. You wind up with a different car with different options that you love it. Okay, because it fit, it felt good, it felt right. What you thought you wanted, this felt better.
Okay, and I'm still going to qualify this by saying, when it comes to those three important things, I will not bend. I will not bend, and I don't think any of you should. You might not have three things. Like for Chris, his most important thing that he should never bend on, because I know how important it is to him.
It
is the communication style. He wants someone that will appreciate his communication style and want to give it right back to him. He wants that reciprocation, that emotional romance, the all that. It feels good to him, and he needs that. And if he has no other flipping box, he should have that one and stick to it. And I have three, and they're very important to me, as passionately important to me as I know that is to Chris. You may only have one like Chris does. You may have three like me. You may have more. The more you have, the harder it gets. And you need to distinguish between non-negotiable and just something that you really think would be nice to have. Like Chris said, there's got to be things in your life that you're willing to bend on or just get rid of, because they feed you in other ways.
A box that you want to check. I don't know what, a lot of check marks here. But someone else might not check that box, but they might offer something so incredible that box doesn't exist anymore.
And again, not talking about the important ones. Are you going to give up your communication style, Chris?
No.
Correct. So we're not talking about whatever is important to you.
If the person,
there's a lot of other things that you want in a relationship that you can't.
If the person doesn't like the text, okay?
Chris will talk himself into settling. Go ahead. Let's watch him do it.
I love that.
Great. No, I won't. Okay.
I'll tell you this. People, I will tell you this. If he ends up settling, it's not because I didn't bust his chops from here to forever, because I will. All right. What is it? I have a question. Do you think communication can be learned if there is enough other stuff in common? Yeah, I do. But I also think that you're going to have to give them a lot of space, a lot of grace to make a lot of mistakes, because it doesn't come natural to them. That's
so here's my thing now. And this is a big topic for probably a different day. Okay. People use sex and intimacy as a weapon. They take sex and intimacy to the extreme and think boxes are being checked off, when in fact they're just being jaded.
When in fact they're what?
They think that all their boxes are checked off because it's amazing intimacy, it's amazing, when in fact, a lot of stuff isn't checked off. It's just the sex, and they're so blinded because of that.
Okay, that's emotional immaturity. You should be able to know. You should be able to know after a little bit whether they're actually filling up those other needs in you, or if it's just sex. It's actually a lot of separate things. Like I said, I have 3 boxes, and I had to make sure that my person was meeting all those needs. Now, having said that, I told you, I know some of those things may be, he may not be strong in one, but the other 2 actually, they all sort of feed off each other. So you can, if he's not strong on all of them, but he has them all the qualities that you need, they can feed on each other. So it doesn't matter.
I like what Aroka's saying.
Well, I wanted to get to that.
Is it really get to what? Is it really a non-negotiable? Is it really a non-negotiable, or is it something you think is a non-negotiable?
Well, I wanted to talk about what he said first. So Mike said, I have a young son. That former non-negotiable didn't measure up to the more important ones. And then Aroka said, yes. However, are you sure that when you aren't able to do something because of the child, you must accept that? And it's going to happen multiple times. And yes, Aroka, that is, today on TikTok, you told me, what about all the things that made that a non-negotiable for you? What's going to happen when those things occur? And I was literally in my car when I read your comment, and I stopped and I thought about it, and I ran myself through it. I'm like, okay, so this happens and that happens, and how am I going to feel about it? And I was not concerned. And I think I wrote back to you and said, I did do that, and I'm not concerned about it. And then what he says, true. However, it was, oh no. Mike said, Aroka, there are always risks. It's up to the individual to determine whether the risk is worth the extra effort and potential headache and heartache. True. However, it was a non-negotiable. It turns out wasn't really a non-negotiable, which is what Chris has been talking about, which is what we've actually been debating almost this whole time. And Chris is right. And you were right. I told you, that is what I was trying to say. I have 3 things that are non-negotiables. This was not one of them. I thought it was. And I even called it my non-negotiable when I made my videos on TikTok. But as it turns out, as Aroka just pointed out, they actually weren't non-negotiables, which is kind of what I was trying to say. I wasn't saying it very well, but that was the aha moment that I had. I realized, oh, so that was not, obviously, that was not a non-negotiable. My 3 things that I keep talking about, those are my non-negotiables. But this wasn't. And I think the way that you let go, as Chris says, let go of all the other stuff and try to, roll with it and enjoy the relationship. I think that is much more possible when whatever your non-negotiables are being met. For Chris, it's the communication. If he's getting that tenfold from a woman, but she's lacking in some other things that he considers he'd like to have in a relationship, he's going to be okay with it.
Think about this. Okay? You're at work. You're doing your thing. Whatever you do. We all have these devices today, right?
Yeah.
You look at your device, and all of a sudden,
that's true, Elise.
You see, it is true. You see, hey babe, thinking about you, miss you, or maybe you're in love and at that point I love you, or whatever it is. It's gonna make you smile. It's gonna make your day. It doesn't have to be every 5 minutes, be every hour, a couple times a day, whatever it is. Then just know this person's thinking about you. That's what builds bond. That's communication to me.
To you.
If you're in it.
To you. Not everybody not everybody feels that way about those things. Some people literally hate them and think that it's irritating. But not you, not me either. I'm that way. I'm just like that. Mike's that way. But not everybody is that way. That actually is one of the things that has stopped me from pursuing a second date with guys, because they don't communicate that way. And I like it. And you shouldn't have, if you are of that kind of a style, like we are, you should not try to get with somebody who it doesn't come naturally to, because what's going to happen is they are just not going to be able to keep it up, and they will do it. They'll try, but they just won't be able to. And you will end up disappointed. And that might sound silly because, it's just a freaking text. No, it's very meaningful when you're the kind of person that it's meaningful to. I mean, it just is. It just means something when you get a random text after a long day and it just says, hey, I was thinking about you. I hope you had a great day. or you start your day off with a little communication.
You got to feel comfortable with your person. That's a box I think is important. You got to feel close to that person. You got to be able to know that that person is legit into you. If you don't hear from them, you don't talk to them. It's like, all right, well, what are they doing? Am I with this person? Am I not with this person? This person care what's going on in my day? Do I care what's going on in their day? You know, especially if you're not living together. We're in a new time. You can pick this up and say anything anytime, even if you don't respond right away. It's here. It's available.
So what is it that is your non-negotiable, Chris?
Communication.
Right.
Intimate communication.
Yes. And
Okay.
you need to make sure that the woman you're with, that comes naturally to her. That way the other things that might fall short aren't going to matter so much because you guys have that intimacy, you know, and it's so good. And if it comes natural to her, she's never going to tire of it. She's always going to want to communicate with you.
Right.
And you know that's true because that's you. You know you don't tire of it. So you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I know people are broken. People go through things. People have to work through things. People have to get through things, whatever it is, and learn somebody else. It's, you know, when you come out of a relationship, a marriage, you know, you have to learn your new person. It's You were with somebody for 2 years, 20 years, 30 years, whatever it is, and now you're going to learn a new person. There's some emotions involved. There's a curve. There's a learning curve. There's an emotional learning curve because you're like,
and you have to undo baggage.
You have to undo baggage, even though I hate that word. You have
I know.
to undo memories. You have to reprogram your brain. You have to reset as hard as it is. It's so hard.
Aroka, I'm going to get to you.
And, you know, and that's what it is, you know. So that's it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, and you're right. Yeah. Aroka, I missed what your real non-negotiables are. Can you tell me real quick? Yes. Okay, so I have 3. They are emotional maturity and availability, communication style, like what Chris is talking about. I am the same way. I want somebody who communicates that way with me. It comes natural to them to stay in touch and be intimate with their communication, loves the deep conversations, can get off on that kind of stuff. And I could go on and on to explain my communication style and how deep it is and why it's a non-negotiable. Yes, Mr. Fix-It, I'm sorry. And then the third one is sexual compatibility. And the thing is, all 3 of those non-negotiables, they sort of feed off each other. They sort of play into each other. Each one of them is intimate in its own way and needs communication and needs emotional maturity. And so maybe that's why I have those 3. It's taken me many, many, many years of growing up and learning what I want to understand those 3 things are the foundations to any good relationship I'm going to have. To date, I haven't had that good relationship. Mike is the first person that I have ever been in a relationship with that, you know, it's headed that way. That it's going. That's what it looks like. So yeah, but those were my 3 Fix It.
So
And
I want to apologize because communication is key. I know we've talked about, I'm looking this way a lot because a lot of people are commenting on the other teleprompter, on the Facebook app and all the other platforms. So I'm trying to bring that stuff over here. So I just want to tell you, make sure you go onto the YouTube app. You know, YouTube.
If you want to talk.
Yeah, we would love to see. I'll pay attention to you, but I don't want you to get mad at me if I'm looking sometimes while Christine's talking. I can listen and look, but I like to be focused and looking at you, all of you, and paying attention. So
it would be easier for us if you go to YouTube and everybody gets in the same chat room.
And we can put you on the screen. We can talk about things. We can do lots of stuff.
Yeah, we can only do that if you're on YouTube.
Right. So it's Unfiltered Real Talk with Christine and Chris Anthony on YouTube. And I think my studio audience is doing something over there. I'm not sure. But with that being said, we would, you know, don't be mad at me for looking, as I was trying to catch up and I have to keep refreshing it. So that's what's happening.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, I feel bad that there are people over there that are, you know, making comments and we're not maybe necessarily getting to them.
I'm trying to acknowledge them. Like Sandra made a comment and Michelle Myers made a comment and Bill Frazee. And then as I go back in, there was some I missed. You know, some people agreed with me. Some people agreed with you. A lot of good comments. You know, it's nice stuff. But actually, we speak a lot of them words. Two major deal breakers. You know, that's a good word. Excuse me. Not checked boxes are one thing. Deal breakers. What's a deal breaker? I like that one. What's a deal breaker?
You can call it whatever you want. Non-negotiable, deal breaker, check boxes, whatever you want. You need to have some things, in my opinion, that would be a non-negotiable for sure.
Yes.
And yeah, I think non-negotiable or a deal breaker is way better than the checkbox, because a checkbox, as Chris has been saying, can be bendable. You know, a checkbox might be, oh, he's hot, you know, but a non-negotiable or a deal breaker, those are the things you don't mess with, and you shouldn't have that many. I don't think.
I agree.
I have
I
three.
think there should be one or two max.
See, in mine are three, but like I said, they all sort of have to do with each other. I mean, not a lot of people have the kind of deal breakers that I have, and they all sort of, like I said, they do kind of have to do with each other. Is the Sacred Shitless podcast Mike? Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I just think vibe is important. Vibe.
I agree.
If you can vibe with somebody, if you can sit in silence and look at them and feel them and just want to be with them, you know, a simple thing, a simple touch, put your arm around them, rubbing their back, rubbing their arm, touching their head, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be sex. It can be anything. And then a little bit of a, hey, you know, you feeling okay today? Or how was your day? Or did that guy at work get to you today? Or, you know, did you get that deal? Whatever it is, you know, interest and physical touch, I guess you call it in love language, you know.
Intimacy.
That's important stuff. You know, intimacy comes later. Intimacy's.
I'm not talking about sex.
Intimate, right, okay.
I'm talking about intimate. You can be intimate together. Hug them, rub their neck, rub their back, let them know you're caring about them. It's an intimate moment. It's not something that you do with everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree. Well, you know, the bottom line is we're going to refine some of this stuff, and on Thursday we're going to really bring this to play, because I have some ideas. You know, I'm not 100% myself tonight because I don't feel as good, but you should never compromise on communication. That's true, Elisa. I knew him since we were 18 years old. Yeah. Communication is intimacy, always important.
Yeah, and exactly, Elisa. He's not going to ever change. If he ends up with somebody for the rest of his life, he will not be happy unless she is giving as well as she's getting when it comes to communication. He needs that, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yes, it's important. It's just important. It's not, you know.
And if that's the only deal breaker he has, that's fine. He can, you know, just look
that may not be
at
the
everything
only
else.
thing, but that's, you know.
Yeah, like I said, I have three, but they all really kind of play off each other. You know, they're sort of mental, all of them a little bit.
Well, listen, we're all a little mental. We're all a little mental.
I didn't say they're mental. I did say they're mental, but I didn't mean like that.
As long as we're not messed up here, you know, if we're good here, we can be a little crazy here. But it's okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, on Thursday we'll talk about more stuff, but I think Thursday I have some ideas, Christine, and I'm sure you're going to add to them, and we're going to explode them.
Cool. All right. Chris is frozen for me.
So it is 8:00, and there's not more deal breakers. I'm sure, Aroka, there are a lot of deal breakers. Christine's got them, I've got them, but those are my most important ones.
Those are my only real deal breakers. That really, I put a lot of years of thought into this, and those are really my own. I mean, okay, I'm not talking about alcoholism, drug addicts, you know, a homeless person. I'm not talking about that. Those are sort of goes without saying, you know. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm talking about like building a relationship. I mean, those are sort of, like I said, obvious. But yeah, those are really my only ones. Hey, I want to hear what yours are. So, Mr. Fix-It, just give us one that is different than what you.
Email us.
No, I want to hear one before we leave.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Just one. Mr. Fix-It, give us one. Just one. that's different than what we've talked about tonight? Or anybody, throw out one.
They can
Chris
email us at
Chris
Real
is going
Talk.
to explode. He's like, no, we got to go.
No,
I want the music on. All right, you guys. You're not being fast
the
enough.
music is just that 8 o'clock hour music.
Make sure your person is the same kind of crazy as you. That's a good one, Mike. Smoking.
I like
Okay.
that, Mike. I like that, Mike.
Smoking is definitely something that someone could have as a deal breaker for sure.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right, go ahead and play your music.
No, I'm done with the music now. Forget it. I'm changing this whole platform, sounding board, the whole thing. Mike, don't worry. I got it all almost set up. So we're good to go. So listen, everybody, you guys are the best. We got a lot of non-negotiables. Christine has a lot of non-negotiables. I got nothing. I got one. But she's got 3. I got 1. You know, it's good stuff. Sincerely, you guys are the best. Chrissy, Mike, Aroka, Lisa, everybody out there, everybody on the Facebook, Doreen and Ken and everybody. We love you guys. Thank you for being there. Thank you for the live studio audience. Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Have your Beach Buddha coffee ready. You can order it at beachbuddhacoffee.com and get it. You know, stay caffeinated so you can stay up for the podcast. We'll have some fun. And don't forget, Saturday night, Christine and Mike may just fly into New Jersey to see me at Hemingway's in Seaside Heights.
If not this Saturday, we will sometime. You guys, I don't know. We might have to build this up a little bit, make people wait for the big show.
Oh, boy. That's right. It'll be a big show. All right. So that's right. No drugs, no alcohol. Well,
No lying.
Alcoholism, no
No
lying.
smoking.
All right. So guess what it's time for?
Good night.
It's time for the music.
I knew he couldn't resist.
Kind of music. Ladies and gentlemen, people of the jury, Christine, I love you. Peace
All
out.
right. Love you guys.
Be
See you
good,
later.
everybody.
Take care of yourself, Chris. Get better.
You bet. Thank you. Good night, everybody.